I'm so excited. I act like I got a book out, but no, not me. Finally, long awaited, long overdue. The story of Craig Monson, the OG bodybuilding legend, is out now. Now, you heard me talk about him on my very first YouTube video. You know, everybody followed all the magazines and all the bodybuilders you could see in the magazines, and that was the trend. That was the thing back then. In fact, I used to go up to Gold's Gym on the weekends and train because I wanted to compare myself in size, you know, with the bodybuilders were all over the pages of the magazines back then. I wanted to compare myself in size-wise and size myself up, see if I could hang with those guys. Now, I mean, all the superstars were there. All the superstars, anybody who was anybody in bodybuilding was at Gold's Gym. So I would go up there and I would train, and I felt, you know, really good about myself as far as size-wise was concerned. I thought I stacked up pretty well next to the guys in the magazines. But then I leave Gold's Gym and I would venture, after I get me a good pump now, I had to give me a pump first. After I get me a good old pump. And I mean, this particular day I did a set of curls with the legendary Victor Richards. Now, Victor Richards was, I mean, y'all may not know too much about him, but look him up. Victor Richards was a mass monster. Huge. Me and Victor Richards did a set of curls with 225 on the straight curl bar. And, you know, I usually shut everybody down when it comes to doing, you know, straight bar curls with 225 pounds. Everybody go sit down when I put that on the bar and start curling with it. Not Victor Richards. We went back and forth for a few sets trying to show each other, you know, who was the top dog. Vic could hang. Vic could hang. He was about the only one who could hang. So he was the biggest. Him and a cat named Paul Dillette. I don't know if you remember. Paul Dillette, Victor Richards were the biggest bodybuilders that I had seen up to then. Up to then. When I say up to then, I mean I ventured out of Gold's Gym and I would go down to the boardwalk, walking up and down the Venice Beach boardwalk, because there was a place on the boardwalk called the Pit, and that's where the real hogs of the streets see now. These was the hogs of the streets. Cats you might not see at Gold's Gym, but you would see them, you know, strolling up down the streets of L.A. or Compton or wherever. You know, these were the tookie-ish type, you know, guys, the legends of the street. And I'm walking down, you know, left Gold's Gym. I'm feeling pretty good. Just did a set of curls with Victor Richards, and I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling, you know, I'm about my size. I'm okay. And I'm walking down Venice Beach, and I looked over into the world famous Pit. And there was a crowd gathered round, and I could not see who they was gathered around. So many people gathered around, I couldn't see who it was. I said, well, shit, let me see who this motherfucker is. And I got a little closer and a little closer, and got in the crowd parted a little bit, and I said, God damn. I ain't never seen a motherfucker that big before in my. And then listen, look up Paul Dillette and Victor Richards. Mass monsters, unbelievably big. But I'm telling you, the biggest bodybuilder, weightlifter, whatever human being that I had ever seen was Craig Monson. I could not believe, from the time I seen Craig Monson in the Pit there, walking up and down the Venice Beach. It changed my whole perception, excuse me. Motherfucker, I ain't no English teacher. Perception of what a weightlifter should look like. Unbelievably massive. Unbelievable. I said, fuck. And my arms were about 22 at the time. And his arm made my arm look like I didn't even fucking know what curling was. Go away from here with that little bullshit you got, motherfucker. Man, and from that day forward, Craig Monson, that was the goal. That was the goal from that day forward, to have that Monsonist type of mask. That Craig, because that's Craig Monson, goddamn, he was in a fucking category all his own. So you want that Craigish style, that Monsonist type muscle. That was the goal. From then on, I made a video a long time ago. They said, hey, what do you want to do? I said, I want to be two things, motherfucker. And that's big and strong. Because, I mean, Craig was ridiculously strong. His back arm, I seen him back arming. We call it back arm. We call it tricep kickouts, or whatever the fuck you want to. But on Compton Boulevard, we call it back arm. Back armor, 315 pounds. You know, I made that my motherfucking goal too. I said, God damn it, I want to do that shit too. I want to be just like that motherfucker. So Big Brother is long overdue, but I'm glad they finally put you down on paperback, and I can't fucking wait to get my copy. Get yours now on Amazon. Check out the link below, motherfuckers.